So I'm sitting here, having just watched Star Trek Into Darkness, thinking to myself that I should really write my next vlog entry about it, or blog, or whatever the hell this is. So I open up Notepad, and I start outlining what exactly I'm going to say, and then I get like one line into it and realize, well, hell, this is stupid. Because I didn't really make any kind of an outline for the last thing I did, and it came off more or less without a hitch, so that's what we're going to do with this one. Um, yeah, the short version is that I now hate J.J. Abrams a little bit more than I used to. And not necessarily because he tapped Khan, but because he had a movie that would have been great had he not tapped Khan. Um, yeah, I totally have to clear my throat, and this is going to be loud, so you get to pause. It's totally a good thing that I paused because the chunky bits registered all the way up into the red just now, and yeah. No, he would have had a great movie if he would have just left the Khan part out. Originally I was hugely pissed, and yeah, spoiler alert, Khan's all over Star Trek Into Darkness if you haven't figured that one out in the last, 6 months. um, yeah. The first movie was all over itself. It fell all over itself trying to reboot the series, and I won't bother venting my grievances about it here now, but the second one really matured quite a bit from the first one, and I was really starting to enjoy it because the dialogue was great. The quippiness between the characters was great. The relationships. I mean, yeah, for better or worse, Spock's penis is obviously clearly larger than Kirk's, which is why he's got the girl. Except Kirk got the one with the tail, which take that for what you will. But I got over all that and quippy dialogue and this and that and the other, and everybody is clearly blown into their shoes. Although McCoy can't seem to spout off a McCoyism without looking like he's about ready to poop. Uh, but no, it was a pretty decent story overall until you get to the part where they start injecting Khan into it. They could have used a completely different name, and the movie wouldn't have just been okay. Would have been fantastic. And then when they finally do interject Khan's character, yeah, this is lousy with spoilers. I'm walk away now. When they finally do get to Khan's character, it turns out he's not a bastard after all. There's a dark horse inside of Starfleet who's doing quote unquote bad things. And they could have left the story there, but then no, we got to make Khan the same old Khan. Not only are we recycling him, but we're gonna go balls deep in the recycling. And then old Spock crops back up when he's not supposed to crop back up again. So clearly they can't get away from the original series without leaning on the original series. They know they can't do anything without retreading old material, and so they just kind of stop trying. Up to and including what might have been a very poignant death scene at the end of the movie with Kirk, except he's not going to die because it's only the second movie, and J.J. Abrams still doesn't have enough money to build his money castle like Peter Jackson does. So he's not going to die. But he dies anyway, and it's a direct rip off of the Wrath of Khan. They can't even do that originally. Which 20 points for kick the warp core until you make it work. I'm not sure what snaggle-toothed hillbilly film advisor they brought in to accomplish that, but well done indeed. You beat it with a hammer. American components, Russian components. It was one of those moments. Without Peter Stormare's charisma. But again, super duper frustrating. The Khan thing, yeah, everybody knew it was going to be Khan, and I will go ahead and take a moment here and say that Benedict Cumberbatch was just absolutely freaking the man. Just made everybody else on screen look like a punk bitch every time he was there, because he's clearly, from an acting standpoint, and just from a gravitas, just head and shoulders above everybody else, which is fine. That's what Khan is supposed to do. So, 2 scoops for Benedict Cumberbatch for being one of the only redeeming things about Khan. But yeah, it was a great movie, except that it wasn't a great movie because they got like three-quarters of the way towards it being a great movie and went, well, we've clearly got to continue tying this back to the original, despite the fact that we spent the entire last movie retreading all over the original with great big knobby ATV tires. And so you can't even tell that it's really Star Trek anymore, but that's okay. So, yeah, there's that. Uh, eh, do I need water? No, I don't really need water. I mean, no, no, it's good. They eat this shit up. Yeah. Um, my wife keeps trying to offer me water because apparently I'm coughing too much, which that's not my problem. Just don't turn your volume up a whole lot. It's all good. Anyway, meh, you get like a C minus, JJ. You get absolutely just absolutely a C minus. Um, and unfortunately, I hate you even more than I did before. Not just because you had a great movie and we're going to go someplace with it, um, but now because I've seen that you can make a movie that's got three legs, maybe not four, but at least three. I'm gonna have to watch the third one that you build because if you manage to do something that is truly original, while still keeping a lot of the things that made the second movie great, then it'll be a pretty decent movie. It won't be uh, a decent Star Trek movie per se, uh, at least not based on some of the crap that you did in this one. But if you can manage to just keep it away, it'll be a decent new um, Star Trek movie. I really don't have a whole lot of faith in that, though. So there's that. Okay, I lied. Not quite done yet. What was that? What was that? You didn't even have like a zoom out shot of an asteroid when you did your con. You couldn't even give us that. Instead, you got the spurned trumpeting of a Vulcan lover con thing, and then you went off with your bangs flapping in the wind. And okay, now I'm done. Actually, wait, no, I lied. I'm not done. Um, for all the people out there who are whining about Alice Eve's bra and underwear shot in the movie and how it was gratuitous and unnecessary and this and that and the other, as far as I'm concerned, that was freaking brilliant and pretty much the only way to extract the user from the cloying dragging down that the plot was doing to you into Conville. So roll on, boobies.